This is Nepeta hybrid, and I believe the one you're looking at is Nepeta fascinii Walker's Low, but I can't be sure of that. There are a lot of hybrids of Nepeta, and that's one of the reasons I'm listing this as a hybrid, is because there are a lot of subtle variations in the flowers and the size of the plant and the foliage. And most of what I want to cover here are the Nepeta fascinii hybrids, and the common name is Catmint. And so let's get into that. This is an evergreen perennial. It's hardy to around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. It blooms from spring and through fall depending on how you treat it. So one of the key things with this is it comes out with a nice early bloom in spring, and then if you deadhead the flowers that are spent, you should get another bloom cycle that can take you all the way into fall. So depending on how you treat those, that's got a lot to do with the bloom cycle you're going to get out of these. You'll also notice that they're about 1 foot high by almost 2 to 3 feet wide, and depending on the hybrid, they're listed as 1 foot tall to 2 to 3 feet tall by 2 to 3 feet wide. And again, Walker's Low is about 1.5 foot tall by 2 to 3 feet wide. And so they like full sun. They're going to bloom better for you the more sun they get. They're very tolerant of poor soils. They can take alkaline soils and fairly sterile soils. The ones you're seeing here are in some pretty rotten soil near my home. And these are also getting drip irrigation of kind of a low quality, and they're still just doing fine. So they don't need a lot of water even when they're fairly young plants. They're going to do better with semi-regular garden water, though, is my experience. They're deer resistant, rabbit resistant, and that's a big deal in our area. To get a nice long blooming perennial that the deer leave alone, and also of this size. This is this low, moderate size that I love to use in residential design, garden design, and this fits right in that slot. So the only downside for this plant is it does require some deadheading, and also you'll find that some of the plants, as their blooms mature, the weight of the blossoms can open the plant up and leave kind of the center exposed. Might look a little woody or dirty. But and I find that some hybrids are worse than others in that regard. So just kind of look around, but this Walker's Low is nice. I've grown it in my yard as well, and that's why I believe this is Walker's Low, and it's a good size. It's a nice flower color. Some have really intense blue flowers, some of the hybrids, and some are closer to what you're seeing here. So I thought this was a nice representation of Nepeta fascinii in general. Full sun, so I think that's about it. Hardy down to 0 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit depending on the hybrid, by the way. And that is Nepeta hybrid, Catmint. Oh, this is a big deal. Cats will roll in a lot of these hybrids. I had this happen at my place at 2 different times, so the cats like this. Some people say they don't, but my experience is they do. They will roll in it, and you may want to put some wire or sticks in there to make it unappealing to roll in. Otherwise, you might find a flattened out plant when you come out in the morning. That is Nepeta fascinii. Enjoy. By the way, the bees love this plant, so if you have bee concerns, do not use this. It is very much a bee attractor.